Hello? Is this thing on? Da da da! Woo! What's up, guys? Your favorite Mrs. SirenSims back at it again with another Pretty Little Liars original sin video. This is episode 2. I'm trying to get these out pretty fast. So I'm probably going to watch 2 episodes and then put out 2 episodes. So you'll see one coming after this one. I like this episode a lot better. I was a lot more engaged, a lot more in tune. Didn't even have time to look at my phone because I want to see what was happening. However, some of the issues that I spoke about in the last episode are still there. And other issues that I guess I could have predicted have reared their ugly heads. But anyways, let's get into it. Overall thoughts on the video for non-spoiler. I liked it. I like the direction the show is going. However, there are some things I hope they do that they may not. And I will talk about that. Okay. We are at the 1 minute mark, and at this point in time I will be doing spoiler review, so you can leave now if you don't want to be spoiled. So what's happening in this episode? It is right after Karen, quotation mark, has gotten them all blamed for stuff. Now, mind you, I was right. They show in the beginning that A is the one who set everything up. I figured it was A. So they don't know that yet. They still think it's Karen. They still think it's completely Karen. And because they're so upset about it, they decide that the best way to get back at Karen is to make a video. I didn't make a comment on Imogen's last comment, which is we should kill Karen. Because I knew it was just something campy that she said. Like I said before, I knew they weren't actually going to kill Karen. It was kind of annoying that she said that because it's incriminating, but that's just me. Anyways, so they decide to become close because of this, and I don't know. I'll say this now. I'm not necessarily loving their group, only because there is, I don't know, there's kind of this air of forcedness to their group. You know, like all of the lines that come out of Tabitha Hayward's mouth. Let me talk about Tabitha for just a fat minute. If this is how I sound, and mind you, I'm not a film major, okay? I'm not like a film buff or whatever. I just love watching a lot of TV shows and sometimes like to talk about it and sometimes used to relate to the world. If this is what I sound like, to all of my friends who watch this video, I apologize because my god is she annoying. But it kind of sounds like somebody who likes to watch TV mixed with what a 30-year-old thinks that film buff would sound like when they talk. You know? Because I've never really met anybody who talks like that. But Jesus, like, she was annoying me. Like, I started rolling my eyes every time Tabitha came on the screen and started saying something. Oh no, perk alert. And that's supposed to be like perks of a wallflower alert. Like, that is so lame. I can't. It was so lame, I could cry. Like, don't make the black girl lame. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyways, while we're on Tabitha, she's kind of leading Simp Alert Chip along. They're kind of doing this will they won't they thing with Wes. Like, they're not showing much, but they're referring a lot. I don't know what they're waiting for. Is it that he's interested in her and it's obvious that she hasn't said yes or no yet, or what? Like, what's happening here? I'm a little confused. I am confusion. I'm a little confused. Tabitha has a trustworthy relationship with her mom, even though she's lying to her a little bit about what's going on with the job. But Sydney trusts her, so that's cool. What else can we talk about with Tabitha? She's a decent friend when it comes to Imogen, so that's cool. Let us discuss Imogen in this episode. You know what? No. I'm gonna leave Imogen for last. Let us discuss Farron. Now, Farron is being categorized as the bitchy one in the group. Now, not a mean girl, but the bitchy one. You know, the one who's a little bit more heartless. And the only reason I'm going to be okay with this is because it makes sense because she's a dancer and there's a level of determination and self-will and a little bit of heartlessness. You know, like, you have to do things that other people wouldn't dare to do to be the best in that field. So if anything, it just strengthens her character and shows that she does have the resilience to be a dancer despite everything that she had been through with, you know, her scoliosis and all that. So I'll be okay with that characterization for now. But just to let you know, I didn't like it at first when it started showing up very heavily here, because in the first episode she was just that ballet girl who seemed really cool and gorgeous, and so people were jealous of her. And now in this episode, she's kind of showing that she has like this dark femininity side. But I'm okay with it. I like it a little bit. I'm okay with it. Farron likes Ballet Boy. Might just call him BB in the rest of these episodes just for shortening's sake. But she's really into him because, you know, a ballet boy that's not gay, it's a commodity. It's not rare, if we're being honest. There are lots of boys who do ballet who aren't gay, and to be honest, homophobic men should really shut up. It's like, oh, you're a cheerleader, oh, you're in ballet, you're gay. It's like, yes, there are a surplus of men who are in the LGBTQ who go do those things. However, if you think about it from a gross standpoint, you know, gross nigga things, what does it look like that you're shitting on men who get to be around beautiful girls doing stretchy stuff all day? You don't see the ironic misogyny? Anyways, what else with Farron? She wanted to go to the dance partially to be with BB. They had a cute little dance scene. They're not really giving her much characterization. She has a single father. I guess that's subverting expectations from being a single mom, but hey, one of the black characters is a single mom, so not really subverting expectations. I guess just not completely doing the same thing over and over. So I guess we appreciate that. Let's get into Minnie Mouse. So Minnie Mouse is being characterized in a way that was annoying to me and good to me. She made some comments about the passcodes when it came to the phone that Imogen had that made me think, does she know how to do code? Is she a little bit of a hacker? Yeah, that's my favorite character. But then she made the whole stuff about the animal, the rat, and I was just like, ooh, is she one of the animal supporters? And I don't necessarily mind animal supporters in real life, but when you put them in TV shows, they kind of over-characterize them as people who think that killing animals is worse than killing people, you know? And I know that's extreme, but that's how they characterize them in TV shows, and how some of these animal lovers on YouTube characterize themselves. Like, a kid will die on the screen, but then if the dog dies, that's when they shed tears. It's like, what? I hope Minnie's not like that, but I hope her hacking skill is up there. I think what's going on with her and Ash is a little cute. A little. I am worried, though, because Ash seems like he might be on the wrong side of the tracks, and Minnie's mom look a little strict. I don't want her to be secluded any more than she already is. So we will see. Anyway, that's my main girl. That is Minnie Mouse. Sorry. But let's get into Noah. Her last name is Olivar. I kind of like that. Noah Olivar. I'll probably always just have little or nothing to say about her, because she doesn't really do anything but provide context for Sheriff Beasley's character, let us know what's going on with the Sean character, and, you know, let us into I guess the ongoing mystery of how she ended up in juvie in the first place. I guess that's still going to be a thing. We'll see. So, yeah. I think that's about it. Yeah. Sheriff Beasley kind of threatened her and then gave her a pass for her silence by allowing her to go to the dance, which is why I titled this episode The Red Dance. You know, kind of just an homage to Game of Thrones, The Red Wedding. So, was it Game of Thrones had The Red Wedding? One of those shows that used to be good and then ended badly. Don't worry, I might make a video about it one day. So, it looks like during the dance they heavily suggested that Noah and Sean did not consummate their relationship, and so in the classroom was the first time they had coitus. Coitus is another term for sex. Sex. My remix of Blue Runway ATM. But yeah, so apparently that was the first time they had consummated their relationship. I'm not sure. Maybe they did, or she's just like, let me just give you random knocking of boots in the classroom. And we've done it before. You know, who knows? So they did that. I was a little bit pissed that I didn't get to see the Ayano abs in the light of day, but it's okay. He's playing a teenager in this show, so it's whatever. Okay, let's talk about the matchups, the boy matchups. They're still leaving an air of mystery as to who the baby daddy is for Imogen. I thought the person who took the fated Karen video might have been the baby daddy, but it's not. It was some guy. I can't remember his name. He's not important. So we'll just leave it at that. I like Ash and Minnie, but I'm also scared because I don't know who Ash is yet. Maybe we'll see. Chip is simping, and I hate that word, but you know, she's friend zoning him. Like, she even characterized him as the gay best friend, even though he's straight. Like, oof, ouch, ow, ouch, ouch. I feel sorry for him, but I like that he likes black women. Find another one, King. Find another one. Who else? Farron and Ballet Boy. Hope that works out. He seems a little bit pretentious, but not as much as Karen's boyfriend. What's his name? Gail Griffin. Karen's nigga, so we'll call him. Okay, let's get into Karen and Kelly, because the best part of the episode. Look, I knew it was Kelly. Don't say you somewhere you couldn't know. I knew it was Kelly, okay? When she walked into the office, I was like, oh, that's Karen. But then a couple of seconds in, I was like, wait a minute. Are we doing a switcheroo? Like I said before in the first episode, they're putting in a lot of horror themes, and so I'm able to guess some of the plot by just dipping into different movies that I've seen, you know? And I'm like, oh, they're doing, you know, a switcheroo here. I think this is Kelly pretending to be Karen, right? When she took responsibility for the, what's it called? The posters, I thought, it seemed like the posters is the one thing Kelly would have done. I don't think she would have been subtle in the other ways that the other stuff were more subtle. I feel like the posters is more of a Kelly direct type of thing. But did A do the posters or did Kelly do it? Please tell me down below in the comments. So, you know, she comes home after pretending to confess to the posters and lets Karen know that, you know, they have a plan in action. They're going to #carry Imogen at the dance. And, you know, it is what it is. Now, this is after Imogen, you know, talks to Karen, and you kind of see that their friendship was pretty deep, which is why I'm side-eyeing Imogen. I'm sorry. I don't care if she's pregnant. I'm side-eyeing her, okay? Number one, I don't think Karen is a sociopath. I think Kelly is, which makes the fact that I think Karen is the one that was killed by A today. So if so, that means that Kelly is the one that's left back because Karen is dead. And if so, the girls are in trouble because Kelly is the one who came up with this plan. It's a classic case of the twin thing that they do in TV shows where one is smarter, and if they're both bitches, one is more maniacal while the other is probably just more confident. So now that Karen is gone, I'm sure Kelly can become even more confident in all the ways that we do not want to see. Oh, but I did like the reveal. It was nice, the reveal of the switcheroo, the twin thing. I liked that. It was very cool to see. And R.I.P. Karen, I guess. Let's get into Imogen, and then we'll get into the girl group, and then the whatever else happened in the series. Imogen! So, Imogen had an embarrassing video of Karen, where she was, you know, talking shit about her nigga. Karen was talking shit about her boyfriend, who starts with a G, can't remember his name. Griffin, Gale, something. She was talking crap about him. And then she almost was, you know, assaulted because she couldn't consent in that state. She was assaulted by the guy who took the video, but Imogen walked in time and saved her. But because Imogen is also part Karen, she kept the video for a rainy day. and thinking that Karen had sent them all to detention was just the momentum she needed to give the girls that ammunition. Now, all of them were thinking, yeah, let's post the video. She was the only one who thought afterwards, like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't post the video. Like, maybe I really shouldn't. Now, the reason why this annoyed me is because I still don't know who she is. I know who they're telling me she is, which is that because her mom hated what happened after she bullied somebody, she tried to make sure her daughter wasn't a bully. But her daughter still has very much bully tendencies, considering she was best friends with one. Now, here's what I would like for them to do with Imogen's character. Imogen is giving me mild-mannered Allison from Pretty Little Liars, and what that means is that she gives me Allison's sociopathy. You know, like, she could make some dangerous plans like Allison could, but be a little bit more empathetic with it, and that would make her even more dangerous. I want them to do that. I don't want this to be like, oh, as an ode to her mom, she's not going to be a bitch. Like, I'm okay with a little bit of bitchiness. Tangent, one of the things that I liked about the original show was that all them girls were not good. They were not good. The best person in that show, personally, to me, was Hannah, and she did some of the most fucked up shit. Okay? But, like, all those girls had issues, and they had hiccups, and they had a little bit of a deviant side. Do I have to mention the Jenna thing? They blinded somebody. Okay? And they didn't mean it. They didn't mean it. But they didn't take responsibility for it either. I think it's okay to have protagonists that are a little flawed. And I don't mean flawed where they do terrible things that cannot be redeemed, but then because they're women, you just let it slide. No. I mean, if you want them to be a little bitchy, go ahead. I don't really see them posting this video as them being bitchy. I just see it as them taking revenge. I want to see the darker side. And if it's just Imogen, fine. Like, Imogen is kind of the head of the group. Let me see her Allison. A little bit. Let me see it. I just want to see it, okay? Okay. Now with the story, they set it up to post the embarrassing video before her Jordan Peele Get Out and Us double feature for Tabitha. And they did that. She was so embarrassed that she didn't even go to school the next day, which is how Kelly impersonated her. And, you know, even though Imogen was the only one who felt guilty about it, all of them were okay with the idea of apologizing. That's what I'm saying. Like, the writing isn't 100. Parts of the show is weirdly written. So yeah, that. So she wanted to apologize, and unfortunately, I saw some stills of this episode from before. So I knew that she didn't get carried. So I figured maybe she spoke to Karen, and Karen felt bad and didn't do it. But what I saw was cool too. A came up, threw Karen down the side of whatever that's called, the something, and she died in very similar fashion to Angela from the first episode. So we're definitely getting a lot of correlation between the mom's journey and the kid's journey with A now. And then A finally sent the dreaded A text: to thine own self be true, 1 bully down, 5 more to go. Tell anybody about me and you'll be next. A. Now why do I remember that? Because I like the to thine own self be true. It's pretentious, but this is the bad guy, okay? Anyways, to what I like that I think the show is gonna do, I think it's gonna be a little bit of Scream Queens, which is a parody of Scream, but Scream Queens was a good show. Fuck is you talking about? You know, so unlike in Pretty Little Liars, where people died kind of sporadically and drawn out, I feel like one person might die every other episode. Like, it really is gonna be a Final Girls thing where, like, okay, you have to watch yourself. A is murdering people in this town. So that will definitely be an interesting thing to see. I like this episode a lot more. It's a lot more interesting. The boringness is fading. However, characters are getting more and more annoying as they get more characterized. Justice for Tabitha's character, because I hate that. I hate that so much. Please stop. Just please stop. seen the references to Pretty Little Liars, obviously. However, I still do prefer Pretty Little Liars, I'm being honest. Like, even the boyfriend matchups were a lot more likable. I'm sorry, but hopefully they can change my mind as the show continues. Anyways, see you in episode 3, guys. Thank you so much for watching this, and let's continue enjoying this show because I do like it and I want to see where it goes. Anyway, see you in episode 3. This was, in my opinion, well named The Red Dance. Anyway, goodbye, sinners. Sue.